going on, guys? ILD, and this is a video I've been planning on doing for a while, just never had the time to actually do it, so now I'm gonna do it. I do have a collection of Funko Pops. Funko Pops. It's not a very big collection, but it's some things I've gathered over the years. These you see right in front of me, I've kind of gotten these over the course of a few years, but I've lost interest in just getting just Funko Pops of animes or whatever that I have an interest in because I moved on to other Funko Pops like the horror movie things, which I have a much more interest in, which I'll talk about throughout, later on the length of this video. But I really want to talk about the horror ones. That's what I really want to talk about. But before I get to those, let me get out of the way the other Funko Pops that I have. And I do have a Sonic the Hedgehog Funko Pop, but once I moved out of my last apartment, the box was water damaged, so I had to take the figurine out of the box, and it's somewhere in one of my bags. I don't know where it is. So let's just go over these right here, right? L from Death Note, Dragon Ball. I think I got this at like GameStop or whatever like that. I think years ago when I was like maybe like 20 years old, they have some type of sale. I use this for when I take my test because I am in college. I have 8 more tests until I graduate with a bachelor's in IT. So I'll probably do some type of like graduation stream or whatever. Anyway, so organize these. So let me put this over there with the other horror. So, plus I'm not gonna just be, I'm also reviewing the Funko Pops, mostly the horror. I'm really going to review these horror ones. Like I have this like Frankenstein. Well, Frankenstein's monster was supposed to be called, and the Bride. These little candy Funko Pops, which I've never tried before, but we're gonna get to those later on in this video. I'm gonna actually taste test these, which I don't think will be very good, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, like I said, we got these anime ones. I think all the Dragon Ball Z ones I got in the GameStop. I think I did. Let's kind of organize them. So you got Goku. You got Trunks. Wait, let's put Chi-Chi right next to Goku. I don't really plan on getting any more like Dragon Ball Z Funko Pops just because I have a good amount already and I don't really have any like real space to put them. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one of those guys that just goes out buying Funko Pops, buying them, but then like I don't have a shelf dedicated to Funko Pops, and I don't really want to take them out of the package. I don't know, I just don't want to do it. But put Vegeta on top of Goku, I guess. We got Videl. We got another Goku. The 23rd martial arts tournament. 28. This is the end of Z. Videl. Guess we could put that Trunks. Yeah, as you see, I do have some Frankenstein pictures, posters. I have more. They haven't been hung. They haven't been hung up. They're not framed yet, but I do have some frames that are coming in the mail from Amazon. We have L from Death Note. Death Note is one of my favorite animes, and L is one of my favorite anime characters in general. L is a character that really kind of like helped me out during my high school years. He has a very similar condition to what I have. If you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. But I really like this character L. Very inspirational character, very just dope character in general from a really dope show. Very cool character. Dragon Ball Z. I love Dragon Ball Z. I don't like Super Dragon Ball Super. A lot of OG Dragon Ball fans don't like Super for obvious reasons. Like the animation is pretty bad. The story is pretty bad. It's they come up with forms out of nowhere, and they don't really like leave much of a lasting impression. You know what I mean? Like Super Saiyan Blue, Like, what has they really accomplished? Like, nothing, to be honest. All right, let's get on to the meat of the video. What I really want to talk about. Oh, you like my screensaver? It's not screensaver, but you like my background image? Yeah, this is my computer. So I took my keyboard and put it on my bed, but this is my new computer. Actually, I just bought me a new desktop computer a few months ago, and yeah, I love it. So I hate Windows 11 though. I hate Windows 11. It came already pre-installed with Windows 11, so I'm probably gonna downgrade it to Windows 10 eventually. But anyway, without further ado, let's get to what I really want to talk about. I got Chucky Funko Pop. I got this around the same time I did the other Funko Pops. Let's get Tiffany. Tiff. There's Tiffany, Bride of Chucky. Tiffany from the Bride of Chucky. And I want to say something about this guy that doesn't make a lot of sense. You see how it says Child's Play 2? Child's Play 2? It even gives you an image of Chucky from Child's Play 2, which is how he looks in the second film, Child's Play 2. But here's the big question, guys. Why does he have a scar? You see, why does he have a scar like stitches on the pop, on the figurine? He never has stitches on. He never has stitches in the whole movie of Child's Play 2. The stitches didn't come until Bride of Chucky. So why does he have stitches on the pop? Why does he have stitches on the figurine? Let's actually show you guys. I'll actually show you guys pictures of, you know, Chucky. Child's Play. No, it's Child's Tired. Child's Play 2. Alright, so you see all these pictures of Chucky from Child's Play 2? You don't see a single stitch on him, do you? You don't. Because the stitches didn't come until the fourth film, which is the Bride of Chucky. This is when the stitches came. Let me focus on that. They didn't come until Bride of Chucky. Okay, so why in this film, in this figurine, which is supposed to be a Child's Play 2 figurine, it even really confirms on the back of it. Why does he have stitches? Why does he have stitches? It doesn't make any sense. Like, were the people who developed this figure trying to please fans of the Bride of Chucky franchise? Well, not franchise, because the whole thing is a franchise. Were they trying to please fans of the Bride of Chucky film and the second film all at the same time? That's the impression I'm getting. The impression I'm getting is that they wanted to please, you know, fans of the Bride of Chucky film also with the Child's Play, you know, film or whatever. Because, like I said, he does not have stitches in this movie. It just, when I first got this figure, I was confused, because this is not accurate at all to the movie. Like, in the movie, he does not have any stitches. It just baffles my mind why they decided to put stitches on the figurine. As you can see, no stitches. Anyway, let's move on. We also have, that's my keyboard. We also have, should I move on to the, let's move on to Carrie. Here's Carrie from the famous, well, I wouldn't believe it's famous, from the movie Carrie. Yeah, I don't have the original Carrie figure. This is like a special edition figure or whatever. Not special edition, but it's like one of those, you know, variants or whatever. Exclusive limited edition of the variants of the original figure. So I don't have the original Carrie one, but I will have it soon. But yeah, I really like this figurine. I haven't opened the box yet. I'm trying. You guys are probably like, "L, open a box." I want to see something. All right, fine. I'll open a box. I don't want to, but let's open the Chucky one. Really don't want to, guys, because I just don't want to. Set this down. Now let me open up my key ring. I do have a thing on my phone. That's better. I hope I can safely put it back in the box. Alright. So, because you guys are probably like, "L, open the box." Alright, I've opened the Chucky one, alright? That's Chucky, you know? It's not too focused. Not accurate because, like I say, he has a scar, which he's not supposed to have. It's definitely Chucky. Let me see what it says on the under the shoe. Anyway, that's Chucky. Let's put him back in because you guys are probably like, "L, open the box." So I did it. I'll probably open up another one, but let's put this one. Let me put this one back in the box. So, as you guys probably don't know, I am a huge horror movie fan. I mean, I am a huge horror movie fan. Like, you can ask me anything about horror movies, I'll be able to, and I'll answer them in the fullest. So, this is Carrie. I guess we can take her out. No, let's not take Carrie out. Let's leave her in the box. But this is Carrie. I love this movie. I think Carrie is actually a really cool character. Put that over here. Let's move on to Dracula. Based off the this is a horror movie, Dracula, based off from the Universal Pictures distribution or production line or whatever. These are called these are the it's still sealed too. It's still sealed too, but these are the enamel pins. I think I got this on eBay. I have this movie and I have seen the movie Dracula, a really cool movie. I own the VHS tape and I own the DVD. Yeah, I am like I said, I am a huge horror movie fan. I do collect horror VHS tapes. I only collect horror on VHS, but I do collect the VHS. I do love VHS. I have a VHS player. I don't have a CRT TV yet, but I do have a VHS player, and yes, it does work. I have to emphasize on yes, it does work because a lot of VHS players nowadays do not work. But yes, mine works. Now, I really want to talk about the Frankenstein figurines. This is the Frankenstein one. This cost me a pretty penny right here. There's actually another variant of it. I think he doesn't hold the flower. It's just him, and that one costs like around $50 if not more. I'm gonna get that soon. This is a Walgreens. I don't know, but this is a Frankenstein figurine. It says Frankenstein right here when he's actually Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein is the name of the scientist. The scientist who creates the monster is called Frankenstein, but this is the monster. This is the monster. Or in the novel, the original novel by Mary Shelley, he's referred to as the creature. In the original novel, he's referred to as the creature, but in the movies, he's referred to as the monster. Again, they keep referring to him as Frankenstein. I like how they say monsters, like plural, which, I mean, I guess you could say like all these are technically monsters. But he specifically is the monster. Like, he's the monster. He's the vampire, whatever. She's, she is a monster, but she's the bride, werewolf, mummy, Gilman, the creature from the Black Lagoon. I forgot what these two are. Let me see. Oh, the Phantom of the Opera and the Mutant. Alright, so this is a variant of this. This is a variant of this. And now we got the bride. The bride of Frankenstein. The bride. Which it should be bride of monster. I know the movie is called Bride of Frankenstein, but she should be Bride of Monster. They should have clarified that. I don't know. I guess they're using the Frankenstein word to really like give him an identity because I don't know, but yeah. And I have another Bride of Frankenstein. Again, the Monsters brand, just like this one. This one is kind of a this one's on the line of this one. These two share the same line, and these two share the same line. There is actually another Funko Pop dual like dual pack. It has black and white versions. By the way, they're black and white hot topic variant versions of the Monster and the Bride. That one costs a pretty penny, costs over $50. I'm gonna get that one day. I will get that, and I'll probably make an updated video, whatever like that. But I will get that one day. I am missing also another figurine there, like as I also mentioned with the Monster. There's just a figure with him not holding the flower. There's a figure with him without the flower. I'll get that, and I'll get the dual pack. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm recovering for a cold. And I'll get the dual pack of the Hot Top exclusive of the Monster and the Bride. And then we also have, of course, the Bride enamel pen. Well, this one is not sealed, so I will actually open this one up. Because you guys are probably like, I'll open one up. I'll open this one up. Alright, so this kind of comes like in a black kind of like holder or whatever. If I could just, oh my God. So here it is. This is the enamel pen, because it is enamel pen. This is the pen. It's very shiny. Let me take it out. It takes a little bit of effort to take it out. There's no real like grip. You have to kind of like just like grab it. Not damage it. All right, so here's the pen. It's very shiny. Here's the back of it. I guess you're supposed to, these, when you have like a regular pen that has these things right here, which you put in between like clothing or whatever. Note on right here. I guess this is for it to stand. Let me see if I can make it stand. Yeah, that's how. So it's supposed to. So this thing is to help it stand, which is that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like that. Now I do want to comment on her skin tone. Her skin tone. Now, in the film Bride of Frankenstein, as we all know, they're all black and white, right? As we all know, they're black and white. Now, the monster, his intended color is actually green. He's supposed to be green. She's supposed to be just black and white. Like, she's not green. Now, artists have made, have made art of her with green skin or blue skin. And those look very nice. But she's supposed to have, black, white skin and black and white hair, whatever like that. Not that I have a problem with her having, like, blue, teal, or, green skin. I think those skin tones look very interesting. I don't have a problem with it, but she is supposed to be. It's also interesting because, Bride of Frankenstein, like anything that's related to Bride of Frankenstein, is from the actor. What's her name? Because the Bride didn't really make an appearance in the original film. In the original film, the scientist Frankenstein was creating a bride, but then he had second thoughts, like near the completion of the bride. So he kind of just destroyed the bride before she was even completed. So she never like walked around, talked. She was never animated at all in the novel, in the original novel. I think it was not the novel was made in like 1880 or whatever like that. So In the movie, they actually gave her a little screen time. And they gave her a little screen time in the movie because she didn't have any real screen time in the novel because the scientist Frankenstein, he was afraid that if she came to life, the creature and the bride, they would breed and they would create more creatures, and he was afraid of that. So he decided to just kill off the bride in the original novel, so the monster couldn't procreate. But in the movie, she does make an appearance. That's why she has her own movie, Bride of Frank, which is kind of cool. But I think they should probably make like a sequel to Bride of Frankenstein to where she survived or whatever. But that's that's a discussion in itself. But that's what I was saying. This figure, black and white. And this figure is it's kind of like it's kind of teal, it's kind of bluish, kind of blue. It's funny because like this picture right here is black and white, but the figure itself is like bluish. It's bluish. While this is black and white, but the figure is bluish. Let's actually let's take out a figure. Should I take out the monster or the bride? Let's take out the monster. Let's take out the monster. Because I'm referring to him as the monster because he is the monster. His name is the monster. When you watch the movies, they always refer to him as the monster. He's referred to as the monster. He doesn't have an official name. He's just the monster. I know people say something like he's gonna take after the scientist's name because the scientist is in words or whatever. He's the father, but no, he's the monster. This is the monster. He's not Frankenstein. He's the monster. So I'm gonna take out the monster, but which one should I take out? Let's take out this one. Let's take out this version of the monster. Set this up. And it's not sealed, so that's that. Set this up here. Set this right there. And here we go, guys. Oh, do not drop stuff, but. And here we go. Here's the monster. Looks cool. That's definitely his hair. Things. And he's holding the flower. This is how he looks when you sit him down. You see in the box, he actually has kind of a prop where he's a little, not taller, but he's just, anyway. That's him right there, and, No, they don't actually get married in the film. If you watched it, I'm not gonna. Well, I can't spoil a movie that's 100 years old, but you should watch the movie. It's a good movie. That's them. Let me just sit this bride right there. That empty box. So, as I said earlier, I'm gonna try out one of these things. Now, they do have different variants of these. They have the Mummy. And they have Dracula. I think they have Gilman. No, and they definitely have the Wolfman. But I only have the bride and, the monster. So let's look at... This is candy. This is like a figurine candy thing. But I have a feeling that this is meant to be more of a collectible item for, fans of the monster, of the Universal Monster than just something you eat. It says... Universal Monsters collectible with candy. So let's look at the ingredients before I open this up, which I really don't want to open up, guys. I've had this for like maybe 3 months. I don't want to open this up. I'd rather just stay sealed, but I'm gonna open this up for you guys. Right? So let's open this up. Serving size is 1 teaspoon, right? Servings, there's about 9 servings in this whole thing. So 9 teaspoons worth of servings in this. 60 calories, no fat, no total fat. Has 15 grams of carbs, 5% of your daily value, 15 grams of sugar, No protein. So I mean, it's 15 grams in 1 teaspoon. But let's look at the ingredients. Um, dextrose, sugar, obviously, malts, malt syrup, artificial flavor, caramel alba wax, artificial colors, which these are a collection of colors that does not make up this color whatsoever. So I don't understand. Like maybe this is mislabeled because this candy itself is like black and gray, and it says red 40, whatever. Anyway, so here's what I can gather from this. Keep jumping, just focus. Here's what I gather from these ingredients. There's no real flavor. No, it says artificial flavor. Okay, but I'm assuming dextrose and this maltodextrin, these ingredients are just to kind of hold the shape because I think the sugar and the malt syrup, those are what's. Oh, and I think the sugar and the malt syrup is what makes the candy itself and the artificial flavor, which is just artificial. Doesn't specify like okay, like it's flavor, but like what kind of flavor? It just says artificial flavor, like whatever. But I believe that the dextrose, the like the wax, and the maltodextrin is just for like preservatives to keep it preserved and to hold the shape as a circle because without those two ingredients it wouldn't form. They just be sugar and syrup. So I believe these three ingredients are just supposed to like maintain the shirt to help maintain the shape of a circle and for preservative. And actually guys, the monster one, the monster one has the exact same, and I mean the exact same stuff going on. Like there's no difference. So that's that. It has the exact same, nutrition. So I'm gonna try. I have a feeling they're gonna taste the same. I don't know which one I should try first. Like when you see green and black, you think of mint flavor, but I don't think it's gonna be mint flavor. I think the flavor is gonna be pretty bad. I think they're pretty like how to describe it. I don't think these are gonna be good at all. I think they're gonna be flavorless, like next to flavorless. And the real value of this is just the collectible value. I don't think these are something that's like. I mean, you can eat them because obviously it's labeled as candy, but I think these are like more so for like collectible, purposes. Which after opening, they are sealed, but after opening, I will actually have to go out and buy some replacements because I want ones that are sealed in my collection of Frankenstein lore and monster lore. I love the horror movies. I love them. But which one should I try first? I don't know. Let's get the monster. Let's get the monster first. I have to, of course, set this down again. Let's try the monster. I have to open this one up, which I really don't want to. I'm only doing it for the sake of the video. I have to use my knife because it seals very tightly. You like my knife, guys? Let's open this up. I don't want to open this up. I don't. So let me see. How do I open this? I'm not sure how to open this, guys. The wrapping was only at the bottom. Okay, so how do I open it up then? How do I open this? I hope I don't have to break it, because I don't want to break it. How do I open it? How do I open this? Let's try the bride. Let's see if I can open the bride up. There's no instructions on how to open it. I hate to not try it after talking like this. Again, same thing. There's no instructions on how to open it. There's no instructions. I'm gonna have to break it open. There's no instructions, man. There's no instructions. Guys, I can't open this up. Okay, so the bride one is cracked, apparently. I'm getting a phone call, but let me get out. Anyway, so I got a phone call, but I have to X out the phone call. But this is cracked. So you see, it's cracked. So let me. I hate to kind of just like. So I can kind of open up the head a little bit. But let me not do it all the way. Let me get it just enough so I can like get a few pieces. And just a little more without actually having to break it open. I think it's intended for you to break it open, which I'm not trying to do. It wants you to break it open, but I'm not trying to break it open. I'm trying to get a few pieces out of here. I can't open it from the bottom. You have to open it from the head. But why? Why do you have to open it from the head? I doubt you can close it back if you open it all the way. You can't close it back, so you have to like... It's weird. Oh my god. Alright, so I got a few pieces. Well, more than a few, but... Let me kind of prop this on my hand. In the palm of my hand. Luckily, I didn't break open the thing. I didn't break it open, but I did get a few pieces. I am not going to open the frame. I'm not going to open... Excuse me. I'm not going to open the monster one. Because I feel like that's... So I have gotten some. And here's it right now. You see this? There's cracks on it, which allow me to kind of like pry it open a little bit, but not all the way. I'm not gonna open this one because this will require. There's no cracks and it's perfectly good. Would require me to break it open all the way. There's no way to like open up and close it. There's no way. So you have to. Anyway, so I have some. Let's try it. It's really hard. It's really hard, but once you can bite into it easily. It tastes like, imagine nerds if they were bigger, but they didn't have the fruity taste to it. It just tastes like it would just imagine nerds, but without all the flavoring to it. It's just sugary. It just tastes like. Let me see. Hold on. Like when you, like they taste kind of powdery a little bit. Like when you open, break one open in your mouth, it tastes a little powdery. And they're alright, but I wouldn't go to the store and buy this. I wouldn't go to the store and buy this just to eat the candy, right? As I say, this is like really is for the collectible purpose. It's not for like eating the candy. Now, if you were stranded on an island and you was just starving and shit, okay, you can open up and eat it. But in any circumstances that don't involve being stranded on an island or starving to death, I wouldn't open it up. But the candy isn't bad. It's not great. It's kind of just. It's not even It's just it just exists. Like If I had to give the candy from a 1 to 10, it'd be like a 5. Just a 5. Like, it's not horrible, right? It's just not. It's not all that great either. It's not all that great. It tastes like something that was made like 80 years ago. Like, no, it tastes like something that was made. It tastes like It tastes like candy that would have been made in its 60s or 70s. Like, it doesn't taste like something that would be made in this era. It just tastes like something that would have been made in the 60s or the 70s. Like, it just doesn't taste like something that's made in this era. It doesn't taste like something that they put a lot of like care and work into it. It tastes like they just made it just to have it exist. And guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. These are all my figurines at the moment, because I am gonna get more, Frankenstein, Monster, and Bride of Frankenstein figures, and more just horror movie figures in general. But I'm not gonna get like a whole collection of figures because, like as I said, I don't really have any place to put it. Like, once I graduate and get a better job, and when I can buy a house, probably I'll have a room just dedicated to, like, my collections. But until then, I'm not trying to, and I quote, trying to get a whole bunch of figures. Like, if I do get more figures, it will just be like, the Monster and the Bride of Frankenstein and like horror movie stuff. But that's about it, guys. That concludes the video, guys. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Have a good day.